Okay, so today we are going to, in this particular session, we are going to start with a relation. What is mean by relation? What are the types of relation and examples on relation and everything. Okay, whether my screen is visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so let's write down with me a relation. Okay, so okay, anyone knows what is the definition of relation? Okay, write down a relation we right now denoted by R, a relation R from set A to set B set A to set B is a, yes, anyone, is a subset of A cross B. That is nothing but the Cartesian product. A cross B. So you can take any subset of set A cross set B, and that subset is nothing but your relation. That subset is nothing but your relation. Got it, everyone? So we define some properties, then we will go with the example. So write down the properties. So property number 1, so what kind of elements we have in A cross B? Yes, in A cross B, what kind of elements we have?
Ordered pairs.
Order, yes, absolutely. So if order pair AB belongs to relation R, okay, we say that time we say that, write down with me everyone, we say that A is related to B. So element, first element A, this A is related to B. And write A related to B, like that. Okay. Number 2, in the same one, suppose A comma B is not belongs to relation. So we define like that. A and B is not belongs to relation. Then we say that A is not related to B. Okay. And write down and write as A. Here we draw R and we make a cross sign on that, and here B. Okay. So it is nothing but what? not related.
Sir,
Yes,
does that mean in the second property A is not there?
A is not there means
Means like in the first property you
no, no, no,
wrote.
no, 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 no. I will tell you. I got your confusion. So suppose what happened? It is relation. It is relation means what? It is a subset. Noun. When I talked about, yes, I will give you one example directly. Okay. So suppose I have my set A is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I have my set B saying 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and I have defined my relation R, what I call it as R1. R1 is the relation which contains elements A and B such that A is greater than B. So tell me, which element does relation contains? Whether it contains 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2? Yeah, it contains 1 comma 2. Tell me whether this element is belongs to R1?
No, sir.
No, exactly. So we are saying this element is not belongs to relation. But whether that 1 comma 2 is a subset of A cross B?
Yes, sir.
It is subset. It is a part of relation. But whatever I have defined right now, whatever I defined right now, R1, it is not a part of R1. So that is what I am talking about second. Got it?
Um,
So it has to satisfy the condition, right?
Yeah, the whatever the relation condition, it has to be satisfied by that A cross B. Okay, that R is defined. The relation is defined. It is a subset of A cross B. But what is that R? That R is nothing but this. Sometimes I call it as R1, R2, R3. So here you may have A is greater than B, no? So I can take A value is 3 and B value is 2. So this is belongs to relation. Am I getting? So here
Yes.
I can write down 1 is not related to 2, but here 3 is related, or R1. Here talking about we have relation R1, relation R1. That R1 is defined, no? So here R1. So 1 is not R1 related to 2, but 3 is R1 related to 2, like that. Got it? Clean and clear.
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So whatever their property of relation they have given to you. Okay, they have given to you. Okay, but that property should, that R1 should be the subset of A cross B. Then and then only it forms a relation. So a relation R from set A to set B is a subset of A cross B. Okay, now what is that R? That R is we can define in that. Clean and clear?
Sir, so in the second property,
Yes.
why can't we write there like A is not related to B?
Because he is not satisfying whatever the property of R we have. If, that's why I'm talking about, if A and B is not belongs to a relation, A and B is not belong to a relation, then we can say that A is not related to B, means whatever the condition we have for the relation is not satisfied by A and B.
Sir, I got everything. Just I want to ask, you have written there ARB, right? So
Okay,
in the first property,
A
right?
is
ARB.
related. Okay, I forget to write down A, or A is not related to B. Not, the not sign is there.
Yes,
I
sir, got
just
it.
delete that one. Okay, I just forget to A. Okay, now got it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, when relation is related, we denote it by this, and when it is not related, we denote it by this. Okay, got it now? Clean and clear?
Yes, sir.
Anyone any doubts in that? No doubts? Okay, now the third property. So what third property says that, now what happened if you have, if you have A is equal to B? Okay, so your set A and set B are equal, then we say that, so write down, we often say that this is important, because so many times you may get confused what happened in that. So R belongs to A cross A, because B is equal to A. So I can write down A cross A is a relation on A only. Instead of talking about A cross A, R is the relation on A only. So when I talked about only on A, it means both the sets are equal. So sometimes we say that R is the relation on integers. So it means you have an integer Z cross Z in your frame of reference. Got it? Yes
Means
or
A
no?
cross A is related to R in the
Yes,
third
yes,
case.
yes, absolutely. So A cross A. So here you are getting that whatever the elements you have, so that element is related to itself like that. So it depends on the relation, of course. So right now we have given here A. Suppose I define my R2. Okay, and I also call this is R2 is a relation on A. Is a relation on A. It means whatever the R2 is a belongs to A cross A only. No B comes in the picture here. Okay. So whatever you have R2, now you can define your R2 is nothing but contains A comma B, where A uh, greater than equal to B. So which element in that picture comes? So here you need to see from A cross A only. So what is A cross A here? So this set cross these sets only. So you will get 1 comma 1, you will get 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, 3 comma 3. You are getting what I'm trying to say. So your another set is also A and this set is also A. Got it? So can you please tell me which element comes here in that relation? 1 comma 1 is there, yes or no? Are you getting, or
Yes,
can
sir.
I explain
Yes,
it
sir.
one more time?
Got it.
Got it, no? So here on a relation A means what? You have two sets A, and you have to do the cross product or Cartesian product of A with the A. And once you do the cross product with A the way, and see for which numbers. So if you want in more details, so I will take examples side by side, so you will understand that. Okay, so examples, write down. First I take A set. So A contains my, suppose, 1 2 3 only 4, and I have B which also contains 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now we need to find out A cross B. So tell me how many elements comes in A cross B? So 1 comma 1, am I correct? 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, 1 comma 5. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
1 comma 6. This is nothing but for 1. For 2, what I am getting? 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2, then 2 comma 3, then 2 comma 4, then 2 comma 5, then 2 comma 6. Then next we have 3 comma 1 dot dot dot. Now you know that what comes here, and 3 comma 6. And lastly 4 comma 1 dot 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 4 comma 6. So these many elements I have A cross B. Now I define my R1. Everyone understand how A cross B comes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I
Yes,
define my R1 which has A comma B elements. Okay, which has A comma B such that A is less equal B. Now tell me which element does have in R1? Tell me. A is less equal B. So you have to pick up the element from this A cross B, because this is the relation, and this R1 should be the subset of A cross B. So you have to take the element from this set only. Yes or no? Now you need to find out all the elements which satisfy this condition where A is less equal B. So which element you have? Whether 1 comma 1 is there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so you can write down 1 comma 1. What is next? Whether 1 comma 2 is there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 1 comma 2 is also there. 1 comma 3 is also there. 1 comma 4 is also there. 1 comma 5 is also there. And 1 comma 6 is also there. What about next? Whether 2 comma 1 is there?
No, sir.
No, you have directly 2 comma 2. See, these elements, so what about this element? So this element is not belong to R1, even if it is a subset of A cross B. Got it now? So you can write down
Sir,
all
can
the.
you tell again of R1? I couldn't hear your voice for a minute.
Okay, what is R1? So we have defined a relation R1 which contains the order pair A comma B, but that order pair should satisfy this condition. What is that condition? A
A less
is less equal B.
than or equal to B.
Yeah. So right now you have these. This is nothing but my A. This is nothing but my universal set. Now I talked about universal set A cross B, and relation is a subset of A cross B. So whether this first element satisfy this condition, if yes, take it in a R1. So this is nothing but my relation R1. The elements of the relation R1. Whether that second element 1 comma 2 is satisfied this condition, if yes, take it in a R1. But whether 2 comma 1 is satisfied this condition, whether 2 is less equal 1,
No.
no, so you cannot write down that element in R1. It is not a part of R. Okay, similarly 3 comma 1 3 comma 2 is not a part. 3 comma 4 comma 1 4 comma 2 4 comma 3 is not a part. So you just delete that 5 6 elements and you can write down all the other elements. These are the part of this. Got it?
These 8 elements are part of R1.
Yes, yes. These not these 8 elements. We have lots of. I'm just, here you can write down 3 comma, then you next have 2 comma 4 is also a part, then 2 comma 5 is also a part, 2 comma 6 is also a part. Whether 3 comma 1 is a part of this R1,
No.
No,
3 comma 2,
No. No.
no.
3 comma 3 directly. We have 3 comma
Yes.
3. Then next 3 comma 4. Next 3 comma 5. Next 3 comma 6. Okay. Now what about 4 comma 1, 4 comma 2, 4 comma 3, 4 comma 5? Which are the part of R1?
4,4.
Starting
4
4 comma 4. Yes. Then
4,5.
4 comma 5. Then
Last 4,6.
so these many elements are the part of R1 only.
So according to the condition, we have to place the elements in for R1.
Yeah, because this is why my relation is defined. I define my relation in that way, which is a subset of A cross B, and this is the condition under the relation. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, clean and clear, everyone. So relation always write down in a curly bracket having order pairs in that way. Okay, so you can see I have write down a curly bracket and we have that elements, whether it is part of that relation or not. Okay, sometimes you can write down, or you can write down here. I can write down here, or you can write down 1 is related to 1, then 1 is related to 2, like that, or 1 is related to 3 when it is a part of R1. Okay, instead of writing order pair, you can write down R, it contains a pairs, like that. Okay, you can write down like this also or like this also, no problem. Dot dot dot. Now all the pairs you can write down this. Got it?
Yes.
Write down, please write down this thing. This is important, how we define the relation when A is at B. Now we have third condition also in front of us. So we are going to take the examples on third conditions also. Everyone done with that? If you are done with that, please tell me. Done with you? Done with these all the things? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can I go further now? Okay,
Yes, sir.
now we have next example. Write down the second example. Example 2. R is relation on Z such that A is greater than B, then check for the following. Check 1, 1, 1, -1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 8, 2, -1, 3, -2 is belongs to R. See, that R is nothing but the relation. Okay, it's not a real number. And that Z is nothing but what? What is Z here?
Integer.
Integers, set of integers. Now tell me, now this is infinite relation. Why it is infinite? Because whatever we have that R, so I can write down here that R is nothing but your relation from Z cross to Z, but it is a subset of Z cross to Z. So how many elements we have in Z cross Z? How many elements? Infinitely many, no? See, 1 goes to 1, 1, -1, 1, -2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. So even if I take the first element in Z and if I find out the numbers, I will get infinitely many numbers. Similarly, we will get for 2. Yes or no? You are getting what I'm trying to say here?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Infinite elements.
Yes, we have here -3, -2, -1, 0, then 1, 2, 3, dot, 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 like that. Here Z. I can write down Z once again for you for understanding purpose here. -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, like that. And if I make a product, if I take suppose -1, so my if I take 1, so 1 into minus infinity, 1 into 3, 1 into 2, 1 into -1, 1 into 0, 1 into 2, 1 into 3, 1 into 3, 4, 5, infinity. So how many elements we will get? Infinitely many elements. And these all are the subsets. Now we are taking elements only. So my question is what? If my R is the relation on Z, it means it is relation on Z cross Z. The third property. We often say that R is a relation on A. It means it is relation on A cross A, where A and B are equal. Okay, so got it? This thing. Now tell me
Yes.
whether 1, 1 belongs to relation. Whether 1, 1 belongs to relation or not belongs to relation. Tell me.
No, sir.
So it is not belongs to relation. Number 1. Okay. Comma. Number 2. What it is? We have 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1. Whether it is belongs to relation.
Yes.
It is belongs to relation because 1 is greater than -1. Okay. Clean and clear here, everyone. What is third one?
No.
Third is, so I can write down
No.
directly. Okay, this is not belongs to, this is belongs to, this is not belongs to. What about this?
No.
No. What about this?
No.
No. What about this?
Yes.
Yes. What about this?
Yes.
Yes. So we have only 3 elements which belongs to relation. Okay. These all are the subset, but which are not belongs to a relation. Got it? Clean and clear?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Anyone, any doubts in that?
No, sir.
Okay.
No,
So I
sir.
will give you one more example to understand this concept in a better way. So write down one more example here. So I'm going to define so many relations. So example 2, or I think example 3rd, whatever it is, 2 or 3rd, you can check it out. Consider, write down with me. Consider these following relations on the set of integers. What is mean by set of integers now? The same we have taken above ones. Set of integers. So they have defined R1. So R1 is equal to, they contains A comma B such that A is less equal B. This is my R1. They have defined R2 is equal to, contains A comma B such that A is greater than B. R3, whether my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know, some Zoom notification comes. A comma B such that A is equal to B, or now you should know what is or. A is equal to minus B. We have R4, A comma B such that A is equal to B only. R5, which contains A comma B such that A is equal to B plus 1. You can define anything. R6, A comma B such that A plus B is less than equal to 3. So we have lots of relations. Okay, here we have near about 6 relations.
Sir, what is that last one? A comma B such that A plus B?
Less than or equal to 3.
Okay.
Okay. So now my question is what? Which of these relations, which of these relations contain each each of the pair so they have given the pair, so I write down 1 comma 1, next pair 1 comma 2, then 2 comma 1, 1 comma minus 1, last one is nothing but 2 comma 2. Okay, so tell me now. So yes, we have relations also. These are the relations on integers. So Z cross Z, we have relations. Now tell me, 1 comma 1 is a part of which elements, which relations?
R1.
Okay, so we can write down 1 comma 1 is in R1 comma only R1.
R4.
Uh, what about R3? R3 also no, because or is there.
Yes.
Either you have to satisfy this condition or you have to satisfy this condition. So it is part of R3 also and R4
R4.
also. R3 also there, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So write down, you can write down R3, R4. R3, R4. What about next?
R6.
Why not R5? Because R5,
R5.
no, it is not part of R5. What R5 they are saying? They are saying in R5, R5, A is equal to B plus 1. The value of A is exactly equal to the B plus 1. So here value of B is 1 and value is 1. So this condition is not satisfied. It is not a part of R5. Okay. What is R6? The addition of A and B is less than equal to 3. So addition of 1 and 1, it is 2, which is less than 3. Yes. Then it is R6. Okay. And R6. Am I correct? Are you getting everyone?
Yes, sir.
We can define and R6. Okay. Now tell me, what about this? Is R1
R1.
is in R1. Okay.
And R6.
R5.
R5, how it is R5? The
R6.
value of A is nothing but 1. Whether 1 is equal to B plus 1 is equal to B value is 2, 3. So 1 is equal
Won't
to
be
3.
equal.
No, it is not. It is not. So it is not a part of R5 and R6 only. Is it okay now?
Yes.
Everyone? Any doubts, anyone? Now tell me about 2-1 is in
R2, R5, and R6.
R2 is there, correct? Then what about R3? It is not equal or not minus, so not R3. R4 is also not
R5.
there. R5 is there. See now,
R5.
R5. Because 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 is equal to 2, so you are getting R5. So it is R5. What about R6?
R6.
R6.
Yes.
It is belongs to R6. Okay. Is in. Now tell me. Whether first
No. In R1 it won't be there.
R1 is not. What about R2?
Yes.
Yes, it is in R2. Okay, R2. What about R3?
Yes, it's there now.
It's in R3 because
Yes.
second condition is satisfied. Okay, so it's in R3. And R4 is not there. R5. So B plus 1, it becomes 0. So not R5 and R6.
R6.
Yes.
Sir, how come R3? Can you tell me?
R3 we have either A is equal to B or A is equal to minus B. The second condition or is there. No, not
Okay,
and.
Okay.
If we have and, then both conditions should satisfy. If we have or, it means at least one should satisfy.
Okay.
So if it is not A is equal to B, but it is A is equal to minus B, that's why it is R.
Okay.
What about this element? It belongs to R1. Am I correct?
Yes.
What about R2? Not. What about R3? Yes, because it is equal. Okay, it belongs to R4 also. What about R5? No. What about
No.
R6?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
So now I think you understand what is the relation, and so you can define any
Excuse me,
relation.
sir.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please. Yes.
Sir, can you please like go back to the example you told before this one?
Yeah, this one you are talking about.
Actually,
Yeah.
I could note down this one.
Okay, you need to
Can
note
just-
down. Okay, no problem. You can. So now you understand how relation is defined and whether particular element is a part of that relation or not. Whether we have infinitely many. When I talked about infinitely many relation, it means the set is infinite. Whatever the set we are taking to define a relation, that is infinite. Here we can take an integers. So we have lots of very big relation contains lots of elements, infinitely many elements. Like that. Okay.
Done, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So please write down this also. This one example. Okay. If you're done with that, please tell me.
Sir, with this part,
Yeah, with this part.
yes, done.
Okay. Now see, huh? Okay. So now next definition we are going to take. What is domain and range in a relation? Okay. So write down a definition of domain and range. So definition of domain. So do you know what is meant by domain and range?
Yes.
Can someone tell me?
The condition is given.
Okay, condition is given. Okay. What kind of condition you are talking about?
I'm not sure about domain, but I'll try for range.
Okay, yeah, please.
So for range, just like we look at the other examples, that a condition is given. For example,
Okay, just take this. These are the elements of my relation because these are belongs to R1, R2, R3. So what is range here and what is domain here?
range is R1 to R6.
R1 to R6. No,
Sir, can
no.
I speak?
Yeah, please.
Sir, domain is input and range is output.
Yeah, absolutely. You are very close. We are very close. But we are talking about in terms of function, and I'm not defining function here. I'm talking about only relation. Whatever you have given me the definition is, some related to the function. Okay. I will give you a definition. Then you can read out it. Once
Sir,
yes.
I think domain means first number.
Correct. First
Of
element is nothing but the
first
part
element.
of the domain, and second element is nothing but the part of range. Okay, that quite simple. So just write down the definition. So the domain, everyone please write down with me, the domain of relation. Someone already gave me the definition of domain in terms of function. So we will see that in upcoming lectures, but right now we are talking about in terms of relation. Okay, relation R is the set of all first elements, is the set of all first elements. I don't know what happened to my elements of the order pair ordered pairs which belongs to relation. And it is denoted by domain of R. Okay. And now write down range. The range is the set of second element of order pair which belongs to relation. And denoted by RAN of R. Sometimes it is also denoted by D of R, and it is range of R. Okay. So let's take one example so you will understand a proper way. Yeah. Write down example. Yeah. Suppose you have set A is nothing but 1, 2, 3 elements, only 1, 2, 3, and B is equal to you have, suppose instead of taking numbers, I can take X, Y, Z, W. Okay. And consider a relation so we have relation R which contains elements 1, X, 1, Z, 2, W. Now we don't know what kind of relation is there. We have directly set of relation directly. Huh? Are you getting what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Okay. So 2, you can take W. Then 3, Y, and 3, W. So you can define domain of that relation. Yes, tell me what is domain now?
Sir, all the first elements.
All the first elements. So it is a set. So that's why repeated entries are not allowed. Here we mention it is a set. See here. Okay. So repeated entries are not allowed. So 1. So 1 is not there again. Then we have 2. Then we have 3. That's it. Is it okay? This is nothing but what I have my domain. And what about my range? We have second entry. So here X, we have Y, we have Z, and we have W. And if you suppose if you delete that element, this element, suppose this element is deleted. Suppose let us assume this element is not there. So it means Z is also not there. So we have only X, Y, Z. It means which is not always all the set. Huh? Sometimes it is some subset of that. So got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Anyone, any problem in that?
Means always in domain, the first elements are considered.
Yeah, domain only first element. It is a set of first elements only. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what we have for the domain and codomain. Not codomain, it is range. We have defined as a range. Give me a minute. I can close my other stuff. So I think everyone understand that thing.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So now yeah. So this is nothing but what we have for the domain and range. Now, next day we have a time. We will discuss about. We have 10 minutes. We just give you a definition of the inverse relation, and then we will stop. So write down everyone what is inverse relation. Yeah. So write down inverse relation. So definition of inverse relation. I hope you know that one. Let R be any relation from set A to B the inverse relation of R is denoted by R raised to -1 and is a relation from B to A. That is, if I have my R relation which contains A and B, where A belongs to A and B belongs to B, then my R inverse is nothing but relation of the type B comma A, where A comma B belongs to R. Got it, everyone?
In
Understand?
this inverse relation, then domain also
Just
change.
domain and range change. Yes, absolutely correct. Whatever we have domain comes in the place of range and range comes in the place of domain. That's it. That is nothing but what we have the inverse relation. Okay, so let's take one example. So example, let A is equal to, again we can take the same example that we have taken above, 1 2 3, and B is nothing but I have some X Y Z. Okay, and I have a relation R. So relation R suppose contains some elements. So 1 comma Y, 1 comma Z, and 3 comma y. Then what is my inverse relation of this relation? Please tell me. What is my R inverse?
Sir, can you show R for a minute?
Yes.
Y comma 1.
So I can write down R inverse is equal to first element
Y
is
comma 1.
y comma 1,
Z comma 1.
z comma 1, correct?
Y comma 3.
Y comma 3, correct. Absolutely correct. Okay.
Sir,
So
that
this is
means-
nothing but my R inverse. Yes, please.
Means whenever we want to find out inverse of any relation, we just need to change the order of the element.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. But it is not seems that much of easy, because right I'm giving you directly elements of the relation. Sometimes they have given you that A is greater than equal to B. Suppose my R is the relation contains A and B such that A is greater than equal to B. Then what is my R inverse now? Can someone tell me?
Sir,
B comma
Yeah, okay, it contains a B comma A. That I know, where A
Con-
and B belongs to relation. That I know. I don't want that.
Sir.
What I want condition now. What is the condition?
A is smaller than or equals to B.
Equals to there, whether equals to comes there.
Hello.
Yes.
No, sir.
Whether y equal to not comes, y equal to comes. Yes. Y equal to comes.
Condition will not change, no?
Y condition will not change. That's why I'm talking about, because your all numbers are changed. No. So what you are going to do now, it's your homework task now. It's just a simple homework, or I'm going to discuss that in the next lecture. You can take any set, suppose you can take any not infinite set, any finite set which contains some elements, 1 to 5 for set A, and for set B suppose 1 to 10, and you can find that relation R. Okay, A comma B, and you can easily, once you have an element, you can easily find its inverse. Okay, because it's only changing the domain and range, and see whether the condition on R and condition on R inverse is same or not. Then you will get a clear picture of that. Is it okay? Everyone understand what is homework?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
it's
sir.
very easy. It's easy. It's not that much of difficult. Huh? It's not that much of difficult. You can easily take a relation R on any set. You can take any simple set. Okay, any finite set. I'm not talking about infinite set. So for finite set, you can do that. Okay. So this
Sir,
is
can you
what.
please repeat?
Okay.
What's the? I was
Okay.
just disconnected.
Okay. R is equal to. So I just once again write down, if my PC allows me. Yeah, I know that. A comma B such that A is greater equal B, then find R inverse in terms of this condition. Okay, this is homework.
So can you scroll bit down?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, and then we need to take the sets A and R.
What? You can take any set A and B. That's what I talk about. You can take any set A and B.
Okay.
Any set A is equal to 1 to 5 and B is equal to 1 to 10. No problem. You can take any sets. Okay. So for on any set, you need to find out this. What is the condition? Someone is saying the condition remains same. Someone is saying condition changes. Someone is saying whether that equal to becomes less than, or someone is saying equal to becomes less than equal to, whether equal to sign remains there or not. So everything, that picture automatically plays in front of you once you solve such kind of exam. Is it okay to everyone?
Yes, sir.
So here we
sir.
stop. then here we stop. Anyone, any doubts? Please clear your doubts.